Welcome everybody to the Mousenerds video channel, YouTube channel, whatever you want to call it. I am your friend Peter Pan Boy, and this is
Sarah. Hello.
And if you're watching this, basically along with our new podcast that we just put out, we wanted to shoot a video of all of our pins. We're not super like into pin trading.
We like pin trading. We don't like, we have a lot of pins. We'll preface it with that, but we don't really get all of the collections of like one thing. So it's like, oh, I like that character or I like that pin. Doesn't necessarily mean that like I want like the full collection. I just want that one pin.
There is one collection that you'll see. I don't know.
There's a couple.
I don't know if we brought our own like personal pins. These are just ones that we've bought literally in the last like month.
Yeah.
Because we just got back. If you're listening to the podcast, you know that we just got back from Walt Disney World, and we bought a lot of pins there. And then we saw a lot of pins that we wanted to get, and we decided to wait until we got home to go to Downtown Disney, which we did the other day, and we bought a bunch of pins again as well.
We got some limited edition ones that they just came out with. So we're gonna share that all with you. Yeah. So let's get started.
You want to start with the?
Should we start with this?
The mat.
So I don't know if anybody's ever heard of like Tiny Kingdom, which is this right here, and it comes with, there's this one that has like the castle and then like the train station, and then the other one has what on it?
It has like both parks, and you can kind of basically they're like miniature pins. And you build
your park. So like in this one, you would put, I mean, I don't know what you would necessarily put, like maybe like the firehouse,
you could do like
Tomorrowland,
attractions,
any sort of like attractions. And they also have this at Walt Disney World. So there's a Disneyland set that has all like the stuff that, you know, parks and stuff here. And then they have a Walt Disney World set. They're currently on set 2. So we're just getting started. We're kind of late to the game.
Well, and also we're not sure that we're going to actually like play the game. We just really like...
I liked it.
We wanted something to like kind of display pins that we could hang in the background of some of our videos that a lot of other like Disney YouTubers do. Like the Leffersons, hashtag check out the Leffersons.
We love those guys, they're great.
And Michael K he has a corkboard behind him if he's in his office. So
which
those
eventually
are two people that
we probably will have to get a corkboard, because we do have like, there's some pins that is like, you just don't trade. Like I have, like my very first pin was like one from like the 50th anniversary. And I will have to show it to you guys. I don't know where it is right now. They're somewhere in my house.
We're also getting ready to move.
Yes.
So a lot of craziness.
Again.
Right. That's a whole, you'll hear about it in the podcast.
Yes.
But definitely check out the podcast video as well. But yeah, so we'll just, basically that's another place that you can display pins kind of in your home. That's really cool.
The coolest thing that I've seen is people do it in shadow boxes, which you don't know what a shadow box is. It's a picture frame, but it has like,
it's like a deep picture frame. It's like that thick.
And then in the back, it has something in the front. It's like all glass. And it's usually like to display stuff like pins, because you wouldn't want something like flesh against it, because obviously then it would ruin the glass and then it might ruin the pins, and that would not be good.
Right. So yeah, so we're just going to dive right in.
I think we'll save the
these are in no particular order. Like she said earlier, like we don't go through and like have to have every single one of a collection. I have one collection that I'm like,
oh yeah, we both kind of have that.
I need to have every one.
Yeah.
But that's totally different, and you'll see that later in the video, and I'll explain kind of why that one collection is that one collection. But other than that, these are just pins that we really like.
Or characters that we really like.
Right.
So like one of my favorites is Mary Poppins. She's like probably like my all-time.
She is your favorite.
She is my favorite. Like, it's my favorite Disney movie. I know it was Walt's favorite Disney movie, which makes it even more like near and dear to my heart, and it makes it more special. So when I saw this pin at Downtown Disney, it has Mary Poppins as Minnie, and then Oh my Lord,
Mickey
Bert.
as Bert.
And Mickey as Bert. I'm blanking my mind.
So
that one was really cute. And then you want to show that one?
Yeah, so then this was another one that Sarah found that I didn't even see. But it has it's like a suitcase, and on the suitcase is stickers with all of the parks globally on it. And then it's one of those cool ones that opens up and it says around the world with Mickey on the bottom. I'm trying to get that. There you go. And then of course Mickey on top.
Mickey with like a suitcase. And that was really cute.
So I like that one.
Yeah, I love the open close pins. I have like two or three.
You just have to be careful because like the little hinge can sometimes get messed up.
Well, it's magnetic. So sometimes the magnetic, depending on what you put it through, that's what happened with my one pin. That's why it
you just got to be careful as to like the hinge and stuff. So that's another one that we liked.
And then
here, I'll take the ones that didn't go through.
Take those ones. And then my favorite princess is Belle. So they have a couple of different new collections with the princesses. They have the tiaras of each of them.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, the tiara ones are pretty cool too.
They have like the traditional, obviously, they have a couple of different traditional ones for like...
where they're like in different poses or different moments in their movies.
But now they have the character with their castle and they sign their name. So I got the Belle one.
And these, we didn't see these at Downtown Disney, but these are available at these are available at the Emporium on Main Street in Magic Kingdom. We would assume they're probably available also.
I did see
like at other pin trading locations. We saw them there and we bought them there. So if you're Anaheim like us, you know, you can try to have a friend pick them up for you or see if you can find them there at the pin trading stand. I didn't see them the other day when we went though, so
no, neither did I.
Not sure. So, but what the other one that we did see that we like, I really like kind of the retro, a lot of like the retro stuff that I tend to see only at Disneyland, oddly enough. I don't tend to see a lot of retro stuff at Walt Disney World. The couple times that I've been there.
There's a couple. There's like the one with like the mouse, like the old school Mickey with like the mouse.
But those are at both.
Yes,
like,
they are.
You know, and then Mickey in his sweater with the logo of the park. Those are retro, but these are cool because these are like hotel pins, and we're really into DVC and like getting hotel exclusive merch. So we actually got this one, which is a Disneyland hotel with the classic Disneyland sign. And then Mickey taking a picture, of course, Minnie standing in front, and it says the happiest stay on Earth.
And maybe that because we're celebrating the 65th this year, so maybe that's why we have more retro stuff. Maybe for the 50th at Walt Disney World.
We'll have to see. We are going.
We are going. Yay. Super fun.
Yeah, so we're stoked for that. But yeah, I just, you know, and they have the Grand Californian, and they also have Pixar.
Pixar Pier.
Pixar Pier.
Or like, Paradise Hotel.
Paradise Pier Hotel.
We can't talk today.
That other hotel.
Yeah.
But they have like a couple different ones for each hotel. So if you like the hotels or that kind of idea, definitely check that out as well.
Yeah. And then I found this one. I really like Her Universe. If you've never heard of them, they have a lot of cute stuff, and they recently partnered with Disney to do a lot of different like clothing types. They had a really cute like Star Wars skirt. They have like a whole like website.
Oh yeah, that was that one. Yeah, that was cool.
It was really cool. I didn't end up buying it, and I kind of like regret not buying it. Speaking of which, my #1 Disney rule is if you see something that you like, you buy it there and then, because otherwise it's not going to be there.
If you have the money, obviously, like if it's, you know, within your budget and you have the money for it, definitely buy it. Don't be like, oh, I'll get it later. I'll get it next
because it won't be there later. I promise you.
She has something and I have something that we can, you know, do stories on, but definitely hers at least came back. Mine's very unlikely of coming back.
Granted, 8 months later, but it did come back.
Right. So
and now you can find it everywhere in the park, which is just hilarious. So I found this pin, and it's another limited release. I don't know, actually, let me see if I can tell you how.
So on limited releases, they don't put the number on the card or the backing. They're actually on the pin. Sometimes they do. On a couple of them, on the 65th anniversary one they did.
This one...
Are you sure it's limited edition?
Yeah, it says limited release. It
limited release.
does not say
that
how
just
many.
Means that it's a general number. It's not like a set.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's not like one of
It was this really cool Star Wars pin.
Yeah, they're like neon. It's kind of
They're neon, but if you see like up here and here, they're like lightsabers. So it like, depending on where it is, that's the color of like the quote unquote lightsaber. So I thought that was
So we dropped something, sorry.
Cool.
So Sarah's grabbing that.
Because I don't want the dog to eat it. That would not be good.
Because he's sitting right here. Yes. The backing.
Right, yeah. So there's that one. And then...
I didn't even realize this was a Her Universe one.
Yeah, that's why I got it. Sometimes he doesn't pay attention, but that's okay.
No, I just saw Star Wars and I was like, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
And I saw that like it was lightsabers.
Well, and I really like them. I like supporting them.
Yeah.
So the next one you can go over because I don't know.
So the next one is kind of cool. We got it at, again, Walt Disney World. And I really, my favorite ride in Animal Kingdom is Everest. I know a lot of people are going to say Flight of Passage. That one's awesome as well. I have no problem with that one whatsoever. But my favorite is Everest. So I actually got this cool Everest pin, and it's like a patch almost.
Yeah, it's embroidered on there.
It's
really cool.
Onto something that's like then on the actual metal part of the pin. So that one's really cool. I like that one a lot. And I was like, oh, awesome. Versus a different Everest one that...
You don't have to just buy that at Animal Kingdom. We actually found that at the Emporium.
Yeah, that was at the Emporium
on
as
Main
well.
Street. So
they do have... I mean, Emporium is probably your main go-to. Unless you're looking for like hotel specific, then you have to go to the hotels. Yeah,
and I mean, obviously the parks do have park specific ones, but sometimes, you know, the Emporium might have it too. I will go over. So I got this really funny one. I saw it and I was like,
you actually wanted it for a while.
Not this one, no. This one is
sure?
This one's pretty new. Yeah, it was
I don't think
Genie
so.
one. No,
that one's been around for a while.
Okay, well, I just saw that while we were at Disney World, and it says, "I only look like a grown-up."
With the Mickey ears, of course.
With Mickey ears, and I'm like, if this does not explain me in a pin, I don't know what else does. So I have to buy that. So I got that one, and then you can go over.
Yeah, so and then we both got, we don't have a lot of matching pins. I hate to say it, but I'm not really like into that. I guess I'm just like not romantic in that way.
We have lots of matching clothes, so don't worry. It's okay.
Mostly spirit jerseys. But we did see, I absolutely adore Happily Ever After.
I haven't seen it in person, but I've watched the video like at least 30 times, and I literally cry every time. I can't wait till it comes back, and then I can see it in person.
But I'm that person that would prefer Happily Ever After over Wishes. I know that that's going to get a lot of stuff in the comments. Wishes is great. We had a version of it in California. So
really?
Yeah.
What was it?
The one that was like, Starlight, Starlight. That's Wishes.
Okay, right.
So we just obviously didn't have the giant castle with the projections. But anyways, so Happily Ever After is probably my favorite firework show.
Well, that's when you
besides
did
the
your
50th. Right, and that's, that was the one that it had just started when I did my DCP. So we got these really cool Find Your Happily Ever After pins. Yeah. We got 2 of them, so matching. But yeah, and it's cool. Really it's cool. Like a book. It's got like the storybook, and then up in the corner is Tinkerbell. Yeah. So it's very cool. I really like those. And those were again at Magic Kingdom at the Emporium. And then
our favorite ride, and actually at this point in both of the parks, because I really did enjoy it, was Haunted Mansion. And they had this really cool pin. And there's a lot of Haunted Mansion stuff because they have like a full like shot Memento Mori, which versus that was like, the coolest thing
versus
ever.
Like a stand at the exit that we have.
They have like a full storefront, everything
right
that
there
has like
in Liberty Square across from it. So
it has like artwork
Haunted Mansion, check it out.
Yeah. So I found this pin in there. And it's really interesting because it's the bride.
It's Constance.
Yeah, it's Constance. And then it obviously has the Haunted Mansion behind it.
Right.
I believe it's themed after the, yeah, I mean, it's themed
Disneyland
after,
one.
It's the Disneyland one, yeah. So,
but it has
really,
the atrium of the Florida one.
It does, yeah. So it has a little bit of like both in it. And I was like, that's great. Constance in it looks very interesting. I really, really like it.
It's a very cool visually, like, looking pin.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely very cool. And then I, for those of you who don't know, I work at Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. Or I should say, yeah, no, I work there still. So I felt like I had to get like a Guardians pin, right? And
some sort.
They have a couple other like big Guardians ones. And these are mostly at Downtown Disney. But I got this one. I got this one in Florida, but they have a lot of ones at Downtown Disney. And so I got this little I Am Groot pin. And it's just him, you know. I didn't really like some of the other designs necessarily. I just kind of wanted a standard like Guardians pin. So I got that one. I really like it.
Cool.
So.
And for those of you who also got obsessed with WandaVision, I just finished it last night. And if you haven't watched it, I'm not going to give any spoilers. Watch it. It was very, very good. I cried at the last episode. But go ahead and do yourself a favor and watch it. But in honor of that, they did a limited release, WandaVision. It's just really cute. It's super, super simple, just like the 50s TV.
There was like
with WandaVision.
two styles of limited release pins.
Yeah.
That they did for WandaVision.
I really like this one. I thought it was simple and cute to honor that.
It's not bad. I don't watch WandaVision. I tried the first episode. I just can't get into it. They're not my favorite characters, but whatever. And then, again, back to Haunted Mansion, I got this pin, the I'm Your Ghost Host pin. Again, just for our love of Haunted Mansion. Pretty much anything Haunted Mansion we like. And then another one that I got, so Sarah's favorite princess is Belle. Mine is Aurora. So I got Sleeping Beauty with Sleeping Beauty's castle.
And I liked how they did, like, with hers, it's like the pink castle.
Right.
With Belle, if you didn't notice, it was a bronze castle. Or like more like a gold. No, it's gold, yeah. To kind of match like the trimming of her dress. So we both got those. And then this is the pin.
This is the pin that she's
I've wanted for
time.
like a year. And I finally was like, I'm just going to buy it.
Bought it. Yeah.
And so it's the genie and it says, I am here. What are your other 2 wishes? And I was just like, I have to get that. That is just, it's so cool. Again, so
again, she's wanted it for a while, and we finally were just like buying a bunch of pins, and we were like, forget it, we're gonna just go for it. And then we also bought a couple sets.
Normally don't buy the sets because
like the booster
I usually
sets
only like one, and on these ones we were like, oh, we actually like all of them, and so let's just get these ones. So yeah. So
this one we saw. That's a Disney Parks one with the various areas and characters.
Yeah, so you have, like, Main Street.
You have Mickey and his quote-unquote Dapper Dan, and you have Donald in Tomorrowland, Pluto in Adventureland, and then Minnie in Fantasyland.
Yeah.
So it's just a booster set, kind of a 4-pack. Very cool. Yeah,
we both really like the Dapper Dans. It's one of, like, my favorite things. Like, just sit and watch and... Back when they did sing for, you know, a little bit longer. But they still are singing at Walt Disney World, and it was great. It was awesome. But we got this booster set that has Goofy, Mickey, and Donald. And then Pluto's not wearing a Dapper Dan outfit. He's just kind of chilling.
I think his collar is...
Is his collar?
Yeah, he has a bow tie on. He has the green bow tie. Okay. So if you don't know, all the Dapper Dans are in different colors. So, you know. Yeah,
they kind of went with the colors that I think went with their characters.
Right.
So, yeah. Super, super cute.
Those were the two, like, quote-unquote, like, booster packs that we bought. But then...
These are both yours.
Yeah.
You can go over those.
But then, so my favorite villain of all time is actually, in my opinion, a massively underrated villain.
Oh, massively underrated.
A lot of people don't even, like, think of him as a villain. But it's Chernabog from Fantasia.
He's literally...
He's essentially the devil. So,
yeah.
like, I don't know. I just, that whole sequence...
it's a very good one.
It's, if you haven't watched Fantasia in a while, first of all, watch Fantasia.
Because it's awesome.
Second of all, like, if you haven't seen that specific sequence in a while, it's very, very nice. And he just happens to be, like, my favorite villain, so...
And there's never a lot of Chernabog stuff.
No, there really isn't. That's at least, like...
That's why you got the one shirt, because it had him on it. That's why we got the pins. Like, anytime we see anything with Chernabog on it, it's like, we have to buy it.
Right,
Because it's very few and far between.
So I've wanted that one for probably about a year and a half now.
Yeah.
And finally just pulled the trigger. And then, besides being, like, a VIP tour guide, which is my ultimate dream to work with Disney, one other thing that I think I'd be pretty good at and funny at is actually a Jungle Cruise skipper.
Which they're hilarious.
So this one says, the world famous Jungle Cruise, departing daily, only in Adventureland. And then it says, having pun in the jungle. So that's another really cool one. And, you know, we'll see what changes. And it's actually, if you can't really tell, but it's actually Walt as the Jungle Cruise skipper. He's got his mustache there, and you can kind of see that. So that was another one that I bought just kind of randomly as well. So, and then now it looks like we're getting into some of our sort of quote unquote collectible ones.
Do you want to go in, or do you want to go over there?
We'll do a couple. We'll do it. So there were a couple that we got like a mystery set, and so there's not really like a backing for them. But there's a couple other ones that we've bought that we've kind of already gotten rid of the backing.
Yeah. So here, you want to do that one?
My favorite Disney character of all time is Peter Pan. So anything Peter Pan, I'm like, I need that. So this is one of those sets with Peter Pan. I'm pretty sure they're like donuts.
Yeah, they're donuts. Like the frosting is quote unquote like the Peter Pan colors.
So there's different ones that you can get. I definitely have seen I've seen like Mary Poppins one.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, online, not like in person.
Oh.
But yeah, that's Peter Pan. So that's definitely my pin. And then
this one is yours.
That one's mine as well. Yeah, yours. I think a lot of these like other ones, except for that one. That one's yours.
No, this is yours. Mine's in the room.
Oh, okay. And then we got from the ink and paint collection, which we both really liked as well. Besides the Spirit Jersey, we also got an ink and paint mystery set, which came with a couple pins as well. And so one of them is Melody Time. And it's kind of a cool, like, rough draft to final draft kind of version of it. So definitely thought that was very cool as well. Again, moving along.
And then we kind of have a very special pin.
Yeah, so a pin that essentially no one else will have unless you are a cast member.
And we're a cast member, like, before. Like, if you've been a cast member, like, here recently.
Right. So they did this with Star Wars too. They did like a release for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And I'm sure they'll do a new pin for this when it opens, but working at Guardians, I am technically a part of Avengers Campus whenever that is to open. So I actually have an Avengers Campus 2020 symbol pin. So I thought that was very cool. And that was, again, kind of given to cast members And obviously, you know, it was supposed to open last year.
Yes. So I'm sure they made all these pins. And they're like, what are we going to do with all these things?
So this is going to be kind of cool because this is probably going to go down as like a rare pin. Considering the fact that it didn't actually open in 2020. So definitely, I thought that was cool. And considering the fact that I work for Guardians, I really enjoy that pin as well. A lot of these ones are mine. Sarah
I have to go find
has
mine.
a lot of pins elsewhere. But another one that I really liked that I got somewhat recently.
Most of these were either like pin trading, like I think the donut one was for sure pin traded. That one was pin traded. That one you got. Yeah. And then that one you've had. And then I believe
that's the ink and paint. Or that's like mystery again.
Oh, okay.
That was a mystery one.
Cool.
So anyway, so I got a Soren pin as well with Mickey in his flight outfit. Just it's a fun ride. It's one of my favorites in general. So definitely got that one. And then a really cool one that again is kind of exclusive. When we were in Florida, we did Savi's workshop. We built lightsabers.
Which is an amazing experience. We will definitely be showing you guys. This is just the pins that we got. We will definitely be doing a haul of all the merch that we bought while we were at
so there's other merch. There'll be a merch video. And then we do want to do a video of our lightsabers because we each have a couple now.
Yeah.
So we'll do that video again. That video will be coming soon to the channel as well. But when you create a lightsaber through Savi's workshop, based on which kind of section of the Force that you choose.
Because there's like 4 different types of sabers that you can build.
Right.
And then depending on that, you get a pin.
Right. And that represents your sort of touch with the Force. Yep. So this is mine. I did the Elemental in Nature one. I just really thought that it looked cool, which you'll see the design of the actual saber. But this is very cool saber. You get a pin as well. So that's my pin. That'll again go to you know, not trading.
Yeah.
Then really quickly before Sarah jumps in with our super collectibles, I got kind of the retro Disneyland Resort 1955 pin. I have the Spirit jersey that matches this set. This is that like retro set that came out, I think, at the beginning of 2020.
Yeah.
And then of course Mickey.
They had like the Crocs and
and the Spirit
and the Spirit jersey and everything like that.
Like a fanny pack. So then of course Sorcerer Mickey.
Classic.
Awesome. So those are the standard, quote unquote, standard ones. And then Sarah's gonna jump in with some of our super fancy exclusive ones. So
again, while we bought at Downtown Disney. And this, Fantasia is celebrating its 80th anniversary this year. So in 2020 actually, sorry. So, it was a limited edition. Do you remember how many was made for this?
That's 4,000?
Yeah, 4,000. So this is again, Trinabog. It has the Trinabog on top and then on the bottom, it has the cat.
It has all his like,
all his like minion people.
Demons and stuff.
So again,
ghosts,
super cool. So there's that one that we got, and then
and these all of the 3 of these are going to be not traded. These are, you know, for sure, like kind of going to the grave with us in that sense.
And then in 2021, 101 Dalmatians celebrated their 60th anniversary. So we got this pin in the corner right here. It does say 60 years. And then it has Pongo and then all of the others. So yeah, super cool.
So, and we really like, you know, 101 Dalmatians. That might be my favorite, like animated, like animation style. It's just kind of a really cool animation style that happened. But yeah, so there was a couple designs on this as well.
And then, of course, we had to get, I mean, obviously, we have the Spirit
jerseys for the 65th.
because 65th, you know, you gotta celebrate it. So this has 2,000 pins only. So this is like one of like the rare ones. And it is Disneyland Park. It has Walt and Mickey standing in front of the castle, celebrating 65 years. Obviously it has the castle in the background, happiest place on earth, with like the traditional Disneyland in like the box letters, because that's when the park was open. That's how the opening sign. That's what it was. So I thought that was super cool.
Yeah.
Probably will never ever come out of the box.
Yeah, and was pretty pricey. It wasn't the most expensive one.
No, but it definitely it's almost $40. So.
But yeah, and it's pretty big. It's just, you know, the size of half of my hand. So
again, probably never coming out of the box because this is like very special. But let me 1 second.
So we have other pins as well, pins that we're just gonna do all of our pins in one video, in the sense, just because it's easier that way. But yeah, so I'm gonna go through my pins right now. So this set is that one set that I mentioned earlier in the video. That is basically like, I need all of them in that set. I think I have 6 out of the 8, I believe. And to be honest, I'm not really sure which other ones I'm missing. I'll have to Google that. Sorry about that. So it's these pins right here, sort of the cast member collection, where the costumes are, you know, in the Mickey silhouette. So there's Muppets, you have Jungle Cruise right there in the middle, and then the classic Tower of Terror, Hollywood classic Tower of Terror one. And then I have, this is Star Tours right here. I have the Great Movie Ride, and then another Tower of Terror one as well. And then some more of my other pins is the Peter Pan Never Grow Up pin. This one's still available as well. We also have, I also have another Haunted Mansion pin. And then our kind of characters together are Chip and Dale. I'm Chip, she's Dale. If you know us, you know why. So there's Chip with his sailor outfit on, swapping the deck. And then Chip and Dale carrying Donald's awesome music mix. So yeah, those are my quote-unquote park pins that I take to the park. Obviously, that'll probably change with some of these that we just bought as well. But those are mine.
I can't find some of mine, again, because we're moving, and I don't know where they all went to. But I will go over definitely what I have. I will show you guys the first pin I ever got. So I was there for the 50th anniversary, and so this is the first pin. It has Tinkerbell with the castle and the Mickey ears 50.
It's kind of cool. It's like a frame.
Yeah.
Almost, it's like a photo of the castle.
I don't know why I take this to the park, because I've actually almost lost it like 4 times.
It's fallen off a couple times.
And thankfully it's been recovered and it's been found, but like, I freak out. Probably should take it off of the pins that I go to the park with, because it's just very valuable.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to kind of redo our lanyards.
That and my lanyard is like super old and kind of worn down. I need a new one.
Right.
And like Micah said, Chip and Dale is our favorite. So Dale is my favorite, and it's just Dale, like chilling. Super cool. Again, super me. I have a Chip and Dale pin that's just like them together. I was gifted this actually, and it's a very cool pin. I really like tea and anything in teacups. Cinderella's not my favorite, but she's a great princess, love her. And so it has Jacques and Gus inside of a teacup for that one. And then this I found really cool. I do like pirates, mainly because the pirates in Haunted Mansion have like a connected story.
Yeah, here, that's a whole nother video.
Which they're coming out with a series on Disney Plus about it. So definitely, we'll probably talk about it a little bit, but then watch that for sure. So I have a Pirates pin.
And those are the pirates that are in the jail cell, kind of trying to get the dog that has the keys.
This pin I've had for a while, and again, this is one of those clasp ones that's supposed to, like, magnetically close, and it doesn't anymore. I don't know why. So in the front,
careful.
Beauty and the Beast, Sleeping Beauty's castle. And then my favorite quote by Walt is, "It's kind of fun to do the impossible." That's my favorite quote, so I had to get that pin. And then I have one of the characters. Which one was this? Muppets?
No, that's Star Tours.
Star Tours, sorry.
And it's actually, you've lost some of the enamel.
I did? How did that happen? Oh, well, okay. I do have the Star Tours pin. And then I have Dale as like a sailor, which
she has
is kind
the
of
Dale
funny.
Version of the chip pin that I showed you guys.
And then this one, I've had this one again for a really long time, and you can kind of tell. It is just the simple Mickey teapot.
Yeah.
Super cool. I have another bell pin, obviously, because she's my favorite. And then I have that one too.
Right.
And then I have the Fun and Fancy Free.
Again, these are from the ink and paint, sort of quote unquote mystery box.
We do have one that is of Ben and Me. I can't seem to find it though, or locate it right now. And then I also have just a simple Jiminy Cricket one. This is probably like a one that, like, you know, a tradable one. Again, I like Jiminy Cricket, but if there's one that I would like better, I would get that.
Right.
And then I have, I was on, before Disneyland closed, what I was doing is when I meet the princess, I can get her pin. So the first character that I ever met was Ariel. So I have her pin here. And then that's why I don't have any of the other people's pins. And that's why I chose this specific style. And so as I go and meet all of the princesses, as I meet them, I will then go and buy their pin to kind of keep track of who I've met and who I haven't met.
Instead of like doing like signatures.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because signature books, I'd probably lose or I just
They're
forget.
very easy to forget. I have like 3 of them that are like a third filled.
Yeah. So
because I forget them and I'm like, well, I have to buy a new one now.
And I have thought about doing like a tumbler that I just bring around, and that's what they sign with all the characters on it. But I figured this would be a good way to start like the princess collection. And so those, and then I do have one pin, and I was gifted this. And this is a Disney store key and lock pin. Yes, it did come with a purchase. I did not buy it though. Your mom bought it for me.
Right. So
your mom bought it. She got it for me.
So there's a couple stores that if you buy like a certain amount of merchandise.
And this was a bit ago. This was like 4 months ago.
This was like before Florida, yeah.
Before Florida, yeah. Maybe, oh no, I guess like 2 months ago.
We were at a Disney outlet, and my mom bought a bunch of merch along with us. We bought a bunch of merch as well.
But if she bought a specific backpack.
So if you buy a specific quote unquote pin trading backpack, they had these deals where you would get like the lock and key.
Yeah. So that is the lock and key that I got. Super, super cute. I haven't taken it out of the packaging. I do really like it though. So those are some of the pins that I have. Oh, and then the last one that I have.
She has the ink and paint.
Yes, I have the ink and paint palette. So it has all the different types of colors of Mickey and the rainbow on a palette. So those are the pins that I have.
So yeah, again, not a lot. Obviously, there's people with tons more.
Oh, yeah.
And
I've seen people that come with like whiteboard sizes.
Right.
Of just so many pins. And like pins that are like very rare.
Right.
Like,
well, because they've been doing it since 2001.
Yeah.
So 20 years people have been pin trading.
It's a long time.
You know, and then obviously there's a bunch of quote unquote fakes out there. I'm not that person that's like stingy with mine. I won't ever like give another person a fake.
Or I would let them know,
trade,
but you can't actually trade a non-Disney pin. So like if you're trading in Disneyland and you're trading with specifically a cast member, it doesn't matter about other people, but specifically cast members can only trade Disney approved trading pins.
Right.
They can't take one. Obviously the ones that sometimes are on like Etsy or whatever like that.
They're great.
Beautiful and great.
Don't, you know, if you find a pin that you like, buy it.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are super stingy with that, as in the sense of like, I only have to have Disney pins. Yeah. I don't do it because I'm never going to sell these pins and like try to get money for them as like a collection. So for me, it's just pins that I like, pins that I find interesting, or, you know, favorite characters, favorite movies, stuff like that. So that's our pin collection. We know we're small in size.
It will grow.
But we
with time.
There's still like at least 6 or 7 that I know personally that I'm like, I definitely want.
Yeah.
And as things come out, you know, obviously.
And like I am on the hunt for like a couple of like the sets. Like I do want to finish the teapot set. With all the characters. Yeah. So there's like a couple of sets that I do want, but it's going to be very difficult to be able to find them. So we'll see.
Yeah, so definitely in the comments below, let us know what your favorite pin is. And if you have any of the pins that we have as well.
Or if you have a collection yourself, tell us about it.
Yeah, or if you have a full set collection, you know, or what's your favorite collection that you have. Definitely want to hear from you guys. So that's our pin collection. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. Definitely stay tuned for more videos like our Walt Disney World merch haul, and of course our lightsabers, as well as our podcast videos as well. Am I missing anything?
I think that's about it. Stay tuned. Click the like and the subscribe button, and
if you want to follow us along
on this magical journey.
Again, this is
Sarah.
And I'm Peter Panboy. We'll see you next time.
Bye.